Royal Rumble was the fourth annual Royal Rumble professional wrestling pay-per-view event produced by the World Wrestling Federation. It took place on January 19, 1991, at the Miami Arena in Miami, Florida. The main event was the 1991 Royal Rumble match won by Hulk Hogan, who last eliminated Earthquake to win the match. Featured matches on the undercard were the Ultimate Warrior vs. Sergeant Slaughter for the WWF Championship, Ted DiBiase and Virgil vs. Dusty Rhodes and Dustin Rhodes, and the Mountie vs. Koko B. Ware. Background: Royal Rumble featured professional wrestling matches involving different wrestlers from pre-existing scripted feuds, plots, and storylines that were played out on Superstars, Wrestling Challenge and Primetime Wrestling the World Wrestling Federation's television programs. Wrestlers portrayed a villain or a hero as they followed a series of events that built tension, and culminated into a wrestling match or series of matches. The pay-per-view featured the annual Royal Rumble match, which has been featured at every Royal Rumble event since its inception. It features 30 wrestlers, and the match ends when one wrestler remains in the ring, after all 29 other wrestlers have been eliminated via being tossed over the top ring rope and having both feet touch the floor. The main feud heading into the Royal Rumble was between the WWF champion The Ultimate Warrior, who had been champion since defeating Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 6 on April 1, 1990, and Sergeant Slaughter, who had returned to the WWF in 1990 and became a villainous sympathizer of the Iraqi government. Their feud began building during a time when the United States was engaged in Operation Desert Shield. During the build-up to their match, Slaughter and his manager, General Adnan, cut several anti-American promos to build heat for the event. At one point, Slaughter unwrapped a present and revealed a pair of boots purportedly sent to him by Iraqi dictator Saddam Hussein. In the meantime, Randy Savage challenged Warrior to his own series of matches, which Warrior successfully answered. Event Main event matches The tag team match pitting Ted DiBiase and Virgil against Dusty Rhodes and Rhodes' son, Dustin Rhodes, was most notable for Virgil's split from DiBiase. Tensions that had been building between the two in the previous weeks exploded when after the match Virgil struck DiBiase in the head with his $1 million championship-to-turn fan-favorite character. DiBiase had verbally abused Virgil throughout the match, and at one point attacked him and threw him from the ring after he was being dominated by the Rhodes team. DiBiase went on to pin Dusty Rhodes with a roll-up. Prior to the Warrior-Slaughter match at the Royal Rumble, Sensational Sherri attempted to seduce Warrior into granting Savage a title shot. Warrior refused, enraging Savage. During the match itself, Warrior easily fought off a double-team attack by Adnan and Slaughter, running Adnan off before shredding the Iraqi flag and stuffing it into Slaughter's mouth. As Warrior was attempting to finish off Slaughter, Sherri interfered by grabbing Warrior's leg. Warrior chased Sherri down the aisle before he was attacked by Savage near the platform area. Savage struck Warrior with a spotlight as Slaughter regained his senses and distracted the referee. After several minutes of Slaughter holding the advantage, Warrior rallied and set up Slaughter for the Gorilla Press Slam. However, Warrior grabbed Sherri and press slammed her onto Savage, who had also appeared at ringside. This gave Slaughter time to hit a knee strike to Warrior's back. Savage then struck Warrior in the head with the scepter, allowing Slaughter to pin the champion. After Warrior came to his senses, he ran backstage to find Savage. The Royal Rumble marked the continuation of an ongoing feud between Hulk Hogan and Earthquake, whose roots dated to mid-1990 when Earthquake injured Hogan in a sneak attack during the Brother Love show. Hogan and Earthquake were the final two competitors in the Royal Rumble, and Hogan eliminated Earthquake to win the Royal Rumble. The pay-per-view broadcast also included featured pre-taped comments from fans outside the arena, wishing United States troops a quick and safe return from the Middle East, and an announcement that Hogan would tour military bases across the country to support the troops. Aftermath: following his WWF Championship loss, Warrior focused on revenge against Savage, with their first encounter being a steel cage match January 21 at Madison Square Garden in New York City, which Savage won. Warrior was enraged and despite being restrained by several referees and other wrestlers attacked Sherri after the match by slamming her in the ring. Meanwhile, Warrior was unsuccessful in regaining the title, losing a series of steel cage matches to Slaughter, usually thanks to interference from Sensational Sherry. Warrior and Savage eventually agreed to a career versus career match at WrestleMania 7, which Warrior won. Hogan, meanwhile, was named the #1 contender for Slaughter's WWF Championship. During a promo that took place right after the Slaughter-Warrior match, Gene Okerlund received word that Slaughter was defacing the American flag, to which Hogan vowed that Slaughter's reign as world champion would be short-lived. At WrestleMania 7, Hogan defeated Slaughter to become world champion for the third time. Results = Royal Rumble entrances and eliminations = a new entrant came out approximately every 2 minutes. Hulk Hogan became the first man to win the Royal Rumble twice. Rick Martel set a new longevity record with a time of 52:17. References. External links. Official website.